Welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 casted game between Hera playing as the OP French versus Goliath playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Now, the map we are on here is Dry Arabia, and we have watched Goliath play before. You could say maybe even a game we were casting right before this, but for some reason the casting crashed. And I can tell you, Goliath likes to make a lot of knights in the Third Age versus French opponents. But this is a different matchup here. We'll see what Hera decides to do from the French perspective. Okay, so Hera's playing as the blue on the north side of the map, put all of his starting villagers on food, and is now taking the 7th villager, going out and building that mining camp out here by the gold. The gold's a little far away from that town center. There we go. He's going to have 2 villagers on gold, 6 on food. Pretty standard opening for the French. Meanwhile, on the other side, we do have Goliath. He started by training this prelate. It costs 100 gold. And this prelate will be empowering these villagers, giving them that 40% carry boost for more resources and a 40% quicker or faster gather rate. Opening up with 6 villagers on food after training that prelate, and then 2 on gold. So let's see, hunt-wise, we got 2 hunts very close together here to the northeast side of Goliath's base. As far as Hera is concerned, he has 1 hunt down here to the southeast. Where's his next hunt? Over here all the way to the west. So I feel like Goliath maybe has a little bit nicer spawn. You can maybe say this is a little bit more forward of a hunt. But I think his hunts are a little closer. Looking at this, berry bushes, we have 1, 2, 3 here, kind of in a line here for Goliath. Hera's berry bushes kind of spread out. I feel like Hera has a little bit more spread out base. Let's see, there's his 2nd gold mine, most likely. Meanwhile, down here for Goliath, where is his 2nd gold mine? It's gonna be down here, either to the very bottom right or towards the middle. So there's our map review as far as we can go. Okay, back here at home for Hera, he has 7 villagers on food right now, 2 on gold that make that 8 on food, and now 3 on wood. So he's got his split here between food, wood, and gold. You can check out down here in the bottom left. And most likely the French will be almost always aging up with the School of Cavalry, which will allow him to train those Royal Knights the second he hits the next age. And scouts going out trying to get some sheep. Let's see if they've got a ton of sheep. Not a ton of sheep for either player right now. Looks like a rather even split as far as the sheep game is concerned. So right now, just continuing to go around. Now for Goliath, he is going to be going up with that Aachen Chapel. Now with the Aachen Chapel, you can garrison the prelate inside of there, and it will do an area of effect influence instead of having to individually go up to villagers and do this little boogie woogie that he's doing right now. Now the radius, I don't know the exact radius of where it ends. I don't know if we can see it. Let's see. We click it. I think that's the radius. So he's not going to reach his wood line. So it just kind of depends on the spawn of the map. We watched a game earlier where one of this was perfectly between the wood, food, and gold. Not going to be the case here. So there's an example of what can happen depending on just where your resource spawn. So he's elected to get this area covered by his villagers. So there we go. We do see Hera going up with the School of Cavalry, kind of as expected. And he is going for stone. Now, if you see a player going for stone, if you scout this, this means one thing. He is going for a town center. 400 wood and 300 stone. Yeah, you could tactically upgrade a tower, but this is what they typically always going to do this. So Hera's going to be doing a 2nd town center opening. Now, the French train villagers faster than other civilizations. So with 2 town centers, holy cow, it's just going to be a lot of villagers. So there'll be maybe some Royal Knights opening with 2 town centers. Now Goliath, on the other hand, not gathering any stones, so it doesn't appear that he's going to be going for a 2nd town center, at least initially. And not to mention going for, it looks like he's getting some wood, food, and gold. Not really sure what he's doing yet. Not dropping down a military building quite yet. Maybe he's scouting to see what the enemy is doing. You do see him doing this. Let's see what his line of sight will tell us. Now this is a little bit buggy, so it's hard to really know. Yeah, the playback unfortunately won't let us see it. He's actually scouted that stuff, but it doesn't always show it. But nothing down yet for Hera. Of course, you know he's going to be doing a stable once he gets to the next stage. Okay, there we go. Stable coming down for Goliath. Let's see if he goes for this professional scouts as we've seen him do before. And there we go. Look at that. Right on schedule, getting their professional scouts. So I would say this is a very popular thing we have seen 2 French and Holy Roman Empire players do, going straight for professional scouts in the second age. So 275 gold, 75 wood. You train that at the mill. Looks like they went straight for it for the first upgrade. And we'll be going out training scouts right now. Scouts are rather cheap, 60 food. And we'll be going out and picking up this food and bringing them home. Now, these deer have 350 food for them. So a herd of deer is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's pretty consistent how many deer each of these have. 7 deer. So 350 times 7. It's a lot of food to feed your troops for that cold Arabia winter. Now, Hera, I bet is not going for it because he has a town center right by the deer. No need to necessarily do that. Whereas his mill has not even constructed a mill yet. So not going for the professional scouts, a different way to go about the second age here. We do have a house down here on the gold mine. Now, this gold mine is a very crucial resource to keep these royal knights in production and is so far forward. I see many players go for a tower rush against French quite frequently because think if a tower was here right now, he would be in big trouble. He would have to go all the way out here to get gold if he wanted to do that. But right now, it doesn't look like any pressure for Goliath. It does look like Goliath is just going out and picking up these hunts with these professional scouts. Thank you so much to flashing right now. Just trust me, the lights are flashing right now. But Hera is currently dropped a second town center as the French here. Meanwhile, Goliath playing as the Holy Roman Empire has gone for the professional scouts and is picking up. Looks like, oh, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? Get your snipers out. Is he going to snipe some deer? I don't know if he knew that town center was there. Oh, here we go. You know, we got a Twitch raid, but at the same time, we got a hunt raid coming in here. 1 deer, 2 deer, and he picked that up with single-handedly, just threw that deer right up on. Didn't use it. Oh man, I think he could have got the other ones. What's going on back here? Maybe he was distracted by the fact that there's this knight with this big pokey spear coming through the base, a lancer rather. What do you consider this? What's that weapon technically called? It's just like I don't know the technical. It looks like a big stick to me. Is that technically a spear or a lance or something like that? I'll have to check with my my historians. I'm told a needle. Okay, picking up this other 2. Look at that. He was able to get him. Oh man. Now for Hera, didn't invest in the professional scouts and decided to put the town center down, but losing those deer, that is going to change things a whole lot in his next hunts all the way over here. It's going to be interesting. So it looks like we're split between a jousting lance and a needle. One person in Twitch chat says that it is a broomstick. And if you are watching on Twitch, which you are right now, make sure you say hello when this does go to YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you come over and say hello to the Twitch chat as always. Okay, Scout's got his sword up in the air, but gonna get away. Meanwhile, coming in with the big broomstick, getting a hit on that Scout, almost stopping those deer from getting captured, but it looks like he was able to get them. So Goliath has the deer that he needs. Going up with the Reginus Cathedral, maybe one of the strongest landmarks in the whole game. Why is that? You can garrison the relics inside of here, and the tooltip is bugged. You can get up to 900 gold per minute if you have 3 relics inside of here. It is absolutely wild. Okay, so I've seen this before. Goliath likes to put 2 towers on his gold, keeps his villagers safe. Highly recommend this. Build some towers when you know there's going to be some raiding. You know French is going to have some knights on the field. Build some towers before they show up so you can easily jump in. And so look at that. His gold, he knows he's only going to have 7 on gold there. He's going to be fine to jump in there. Not going to put too many people on gold. So he's nice and safe. And now we've seen Goliath do this in previous games, doing the exact same thing. Look at this. We have 3 stables. He's going to be going straight for knights, guaranteed. A bunch of knights. And meanwhile, Hera is left in the dust in H2, and he's also going to be struggling without food to keep the production up once these run out. He's not without food yet. No, he does have these deers. Now he is trying to expand. Oh, gosh. Not again. Oh, man. The scouts have come in and they have stolen the deer. The Hera just built this mill. He can't be very happy about that. Meanwhile, Scout trying to do a little bit of poking there, but probably not going to get a whole lot of work done there. Okay. And here comes these knights. He's going up to try to protect them, but he says, well, screw this. I'm out of food. I'm going home. I'm done with this. We're going to probably build some farms. There we go. Some farms going up. Arabia has some nice fertile ground here. Good for farming. You can either grow this yellow stuff and feed it to your troops, or a little bit of the green corner. The grass there, it's good for feeding the horses when they come out of the school of cavalry. So meanwhile, Hera is building 2 barracks and a guild hall. Now, we talked about the Regnitz Cathedral being a strong landmark because it's going to generate this gold as he puts the relics inside of there. Speaking of relics, there's one. This is also a very good landmark. The guild hall will generate a resource of your choosing. So food, wood, gold, deer, whatever you want. It's going to generate it, and it's going to gain interest over time. So think of this like your Bitcoin. Hopefully when the markets are going good, they're gonna gather resources, and eventually he can decide to cash it in. Now, you don't get that resource until you decide to cash it in. So you'll see it adding up down here. But late game, I've played against opponents and they've turned in like 10,000 gold suddenly, which is just absolutely insane. You see the different resources that's generating. Now, meanwhile, we got these knights coming in and put some damage down. A few spearmen, but man, these light well, he does have hardened spearmen. Not going to do a whole lot of damage to the knights. They would do some. We did have 2 town centers taking fire, so he is trying to kill these spearmen. I'm not sure if this is the best use of the knights, but he is certainly getting a few villager kills. He did kill the spearmen. There we go. The royal knights coming out and getting some hits on him, so he is going to lose those. And I think Goliath is just going to start spamming these knights into Hera's base. Now, we have seen Hera survive under enormous pressure before, so I am not nervous for Hera right now because he is usually up for the task. But let's see, we got a market back here. He could do some trading. Where is the trade? That would be a little bit hard. There we go. And round 3, in case he did not have enough deer, he now has all of the deer. These scouts have been putting in time. I don't know how they even carry this entire. Okay, the horse carries it, right? I thought it was on his back, but you know, from afar, it looks like they're like wearing hats. But if you zoom in, they're like, I don't think they're wearing hats. They've got hoods up, and they've got this like this cloak or whatever. But from afar, I kind of like thought they had like a straw hat on, is what it kind of looks like to me. I don't know about you guys. Anyways, I'm sure we'd love to watch that. We got knights running around, just trying to see. I think Goliath's just trying to wonder where. Oh my gosh, look at this! Knight don't even care. Comes right into the town center. He'll take some town center fire. Man, this is gonna hurt if he just keeps dive bombing these knights. And look at this. This is what he's doing. He knows he's not in this gold mine. He knows he has this gold mine. He has Hera completely contained and knows what resources to carry. Now look at this. Hera's really committed to the spearmen. Sometimes you see it just become a knight on knight battle. We do have some knights coming over here, stopping the barracks, getting a villager kill for at least a very brief moment. But the spearmen number starting a little higher, but they do have to chase down those knights. But if he can just camp them on the wood line, it could protect his troops for some time. Okay, and we've got royal knights coming in, trying to take on this Holy Roman Empire. Now, the Holy Roman Empire is typically known for their infantry units, particularly their man-at-arms and their lance-neck. But we're just seeing lots of knights right now. Oh man, look at this. He's scouting. This is pro gameplay, guys. You see this? He parks this one scout on that gold for so long, and look at the intel he just got. He knows that Hera is hungry for gold and knows where to watch for it, and is just going to be pestering that gold mine throughout. You can see the income per minute now. Right now, Goliath is getting plenty of gold. Let's see how many. Oh, he hasn't got that one garrisoned yet, but this will be 900 gold per minute once he puts this inside of this the Regnitz Cathedral. Yeah, and though he has spearmen, and I've been in the same situation, though he has the spearmen to try to fight these knights, every time these knights coming in, they're killing a villager. They're killing a villager. Let's look at the villager count right now. Now, not to mind all of the idle time that's happening right now, right? But Hera's sitting on 67 villagers. Now, French do train villagers faster. 67 villagers versus for Goliath, he has 43 villagers. So even though Goliath has been killing villagers the whole time, Hera is still ahead on the villager count, which is not surprising. But then you have things like the generating gold that is making up for it. Now look at this, more villagers going down. Hera can get the expo if he chooses to. Does not look like he has any archer range. They actually have a unique unit. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'll say it wrong, but it's like, I am going to try. It's like the Arbitrarier or something. Something French like that. They've got a unique crossbow unit. That's pretty strong. Oh boy here. So he's just going to keep poking. Oh no. Oh no. Villagers down. Oh, Villagers taking hits. He can take on these spearmen. These knights, they do not care. You think the honey badger don't give a fuck? These knights really don't care. Look at this, chasing the villagers. They've got their baskets full of golden apples or wheat or something running around. I think these guys are chopping wood, so it's interesting. They've got, I don't know, what do they have in those baskets? But they definitely did not get them home. Golden logs, they've been logging. Yeah, that is definitely a war crime we just witnessed. Oh my gosh, look how many villagers are dead. So we'll go back and look at the villager count here in a little bit. Remind me if I don't. But Goliath is chipping away, and honestly, very smart for Goliath. You know when you're fighting up against French that they're going to have a higher villager count than you. So you don't try to outboom how many villagers they're going to have. You got to take the battle of them and pick those villagers off, or it's just not going to be possible. It's gold from the mine. Oh, that is what it was. Okay, yeah, you're right. I thought those were the lumber camps, but yeah, they ran from here. Okay, I've been corrected. The villagers were carrying gold, blocks of gold from the gold mine, and that they got with their pick. Now their picks don't look very sharp there. They look, maybe they are. They look more like hammers, but they're getting the gold nonetheless. Meanwhile, knights marauding. Going down here. Now, I'm not sure if these pikemen will be able to stand up to these knights. They got really big broomsticks. Boom, but they are getting some little pokes here from the side. Yeah, trying to get the villagers. Give it up! You get ahead on the villager. One villager goes down. Two villager goes down. Three villager goes down. And a knight dies. 3 villagers for 1 knight. Let's see, is that worth it? Is that maybe? I think it's worth it. I don't know. He's just going to train more of them. 140 food, 100 gold versus what? 150 food. So I feel like losing a knight maybe is bad trade, but I don't know. Hurting the enemy's economy is always good. I feel like that's always worth it. Now, you know, the thing about these knights, they don't care about towers. Those arrows barely bounce off of them. They got armor. So you're going to need units. Look at this. Just a little group of 2 knights. This is, we're looking at pro gameplay here. Look, you got 2 knights down here moving, 2 knights down here moving. He's got scouts out here checking out what's going on in the field, just microing on multiple fronts. And you know, there's really lots of APM. No, we have some spearmen, brave spearmen. Now, you can actually tell your spearmen to stand ground and they won't take the charge damage. Did not look like he did that there. You can press V and they'll stand ground and they won't take the charge damage that happens from the knights. He did clean up a few knights. This is an excellent trade. These spearmen are relatively cheap, so this is a great trade for him, but he is going to lose the spearmen. Look at this. Goliath has snuck in all of these man-at-arms, and these man-at-arms, they are the powerhouse of the Holy Roman Empire. And with these armored units, really Hera, his best bet would be to have a bunch of crossbows, but he does not have them. He's not equipped for it. And I am honestly unsure if he's going to be able to just put the damage out he's going to need to deal with this number of man-arms. He's making spearmen with spearmen. The man-arms counter spearmen quite effectively. Okay, and let's see. We've got man-arms going up to try to get the spearmen. They're taking some shots from the town, so we're not going to do a whole lot of damage. I've been corrected. Chat says as far as the stand ground mechanic, they don't even have to stand ground. You can get them to do it just by making sure they have no order. So you have to make them stand completely still, which is pretty hard to do. I guess you can hit what, the stop? I guess you can hit this button, right? The stop button. So that should do it. So perhaps he popped that there. I'm not sure if he did in that last fight. Meanwhile, look at this knight on the back line. Just 2 or 3 knights back here have just been annoying to his gold the entire game. He knows he has this gold. Hera essentially has no access to gold other than his guild hall, which his guild hall is bringing food. Oh no, he must have just traded in. I don't know. This seems like a mistake. But meanwhile, while that's been happening, we got rams have been constructed and a huge siege operation going down in Hera's base. I don't know how Hera's going to kill. We have 3 rams right now working on that capital town center. Plenty of men-at-arms. And really, I don't see anything from Hera that's going to be able to stop this. He doesn't have any crossbows. Doesn't have any mangonels. He's got spearmen and knights versus man-at-arms. And honestly, the man-at-arms aren't going to care a whole lot about that. So here we go. Now he is trying to heal it from the north side. The villagers are working on it. He is getting some gold. Finally, I guess those knights have come in. Look at this. Some spearmen off to the northwest of the map right now. Those rams just continuing to work on the town center. Last-ditch effort. Villagers coming forward to kill the rams. Perhaps a little bit too late on this. And the man-at-arms are going to see those villagers. They're going to go nom, 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 nom. And they are going to gobble them up. And there you go. GG is called. And it looks like Hera is going to be taking the defeat for this game. And the Holy Roman Empire reigning victorious. GG to Goliath and Hera for this game. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of these 2 players. A lot of action in this game, and we have plenty more casted games and strategy guides and more over on the YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next one.